welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name is host Eric. We have a new individual in the room whom I've not met before. An individual that host Ken has discovered. He was hanging out near the Big Lots, near his house. He found him sitting there and he said, "Hey, I got a job for you, young man." And his name is Weird Stealth.
See, I don't think he knows anything about personality theory or anything. I basically just ambushed him with this.
Okay, well, first of all, let me tell you, right off the bat, you were probably damaged by the fact that your parents named you Weird Stealth. I would guess that one doesn't go through an entire childhood with that name without encountering some damage. But beyond that, I would like to ask you a couple of basic questions to help me understand you understanding me understanding you. So, the first question is this. Which of the following sentences do you more identify? I fucking hate that shit. Or, damn, motherfuckers!
Probably the first one.
Okay. Would you be more likely to forget somebody's birthday and then be annoyed when they're annoyed that you forgot their birthday? Or are you more likely to be the person whose birthday is forgotten and then you're annoyed at the person who forgot it?
Probably the first one as well.
Okay. Would you rather have 50 cats or 2 elephants?
2 elephants.
What if you had to keep them for 10 years? Either way.
Good work animal.
What's that?
Good work animal.
Okay, so you're going to stick with the elephants. Are you suggesting that cats aren't good work animals?
I have a cat. I know better.
You know better. My cat brings home $600 a month. I send her around selling shit to the neighbors. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The next question is this. If you were to go out for an evening on the town, would you like to go out with one other person, 2 other people, or 3 or more other people in your total party?
Probably the last one. More
Okay.
people, better.
If you were in a dungeon with a bunch of medieval peoples, would you be a thief or a fighter?
A fighter.
Would you be a fighter or a mage?
Fighter.
Would you be a fighter or a damsel in distress?
Definitely a fighter.
Would you be a fighter or a cleric?
Fighter.
Fighter or bard?
Fighter. I don't have a singing voice.
Fighter or druid?
Fighter.
Fighter or landquaman? Landquaman is just like Aquaman, but with land animals.
Definitely a fighter.
Fighter over landquaman? Wow. Well, I understand you are in a dungeon. There aren't a lot of land animals in dungeons, typically. It's a good point. Okay, next question. You're in a group of 3 people, and 2 of them turn out to be strangers, and they start attacking you. What do you do?
Defend myself.
Okay, so you don't run away right away. What if they were only attacking you spiritually?
I would listen to what they had to say and offer my rebuttal.
What if they said to you, your metaphysics are not only wrong, but evil?
I would laugh.
What if they were completely serious, and then they started saying, here, have these eggs, but the eggs were all rotten?
How can you look at yourself in the mirror?
Is that how you'd respond, Bo? Is that how you'd address that? I think that's a good response, Bo. How can you look at yourself in the mirror? Ah, like that. Okay, let's ask some regular questions. Host Ken, can you ask him some questions now? I seem to be a little bit off skewed tonight or something.
Let me think. Okay, what are 3 different ways that you could talk about? Three different ways you could talk about like service arms, like assault rifles. Whatever. Like, what are 3 different ways you could talk about the arms that you have? Not 3 different things about the same thing. 3 different things. 3 different ways you could talk about something.
3 different ways I can talk about arms. I can talk about their effectiveness on the battlefield. I can talk about their manufacturing. And I can talk about their design.
Do you believe in circumcision?
Remind me again what that word means. It's been a while since.
Circumcision is when they cut off the foreskin of a penis when you're a baby. All Jews are circumcised, and most Americans younger than a certain age were circumcised. But then there was a little trend of not circumcising for a while, too.
Is that like a baptism?
No! It's not a baptism. It's you get the little piece of skin chopped off your penis. You guys don't know what circumcision is?
It's a ritual. It's just a ritual.
Yeah,
So,
now that I remember it, yeah, it's nothing more than a ritual.
Do you want it for your son?
No, definitely not.
No? No? Okay. What about for dogs?
I don't think it'd work well with dogs.
Poor doggies.
I agree with you. No circumcision for dogs. Would you like to join my new advocacy group? No circumcision for dogs? Okay. I have no idea what type he is. So far, I've done nothing but make jokes. Host Ken, can you help us out here?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of a good question to ask.
Is truth discovered or created?
I'd have to say it's discovered.
Are moral truths less absolute than physical truths?
That's a tough one. I could say they're both equally as truthful as each other.
Do you think that truth, to what extent does truth involve permanence?
Not all truth is permanent, though. Some truth can change over time.
Is a truth that changes over time rendered false in the past?
Not necessarily.
Can you give an example of one that's not?
Modern medicine. In the past, they didn't really know much. They didn't know
Okay,
about penicillin.
so the question is this. Let's say modern medicine says that swallowing a frog helps you have more vigor. But in the olden days, those foolish old scientists used to think swallowing a frog meant you had less vigor. They were wrong back then. Does the new truth render the old truth wrong? Untrue? Always untrue? Was it always untrue, or was it true for a while?
In that sense, it'd be untrue.
Does it matter?
Modern day, not really.
Does it matter to
What
you the
matters is
difference?
the current truth.
So wait, what matters? Say again.
What matters is the current truth for the modern day.
Is the current truth always better than the old truth? If they disagree?
Not sure how to answer that one. I would have to say they're both equally, because we need to learn about the past in order to move forward.
What are better, squirrels or your favorite household appliance?
Squirrels, because they're entertaining.
They're a what?
They're
They're
entertaining
entertaining.
and random.
Oh, they're entertaining.
He has a penchant for rodents. He's like the closest thing to a real life Willard I've ever seen. He's actually had rats as pets.
I'm not familiar with Willard.
Willard, it was the movie with the guy that had the pet rats that ended up like they were like super rats or something. I think they
And
ended up killing people.
Did they kill Willard?
I can't remember. I think they killed the cat.
Have
I have a
you?
question.
Go ahead, ask it.
Would you say that you're more sentiment oriented or status oriented?
Sentiment.
Would you say you're more sentiment oriented or cinnamon oriented?
God damn it, Eric.
I'd have to go sentiment.
Okay.
I don't go for cinnamon that much.
You're not a big
A
cinnamon
little
fan.
too sweet for my taste.
I, for one, am very cinnamon oriented.
Well, I could tell. You've got that cinnamon flavored vibe about you. You're more big red than you are juicy fruit. Put it that way. Okay, a couple of preference questions. Would you rather, you have 1 hour, you're locked in a room. You've got two options. You can watch a TV that's on a random channel with no ability to change anything about it. You can't mute it, you can't turn it up or down, but it's at a reasonable volume. You don't know whether it's going to be a show you're going to like or not. Or you could have there a random book or magazine that will be long enough to occupy an hour. Again, same thing, you don't know what it's going to be. Which would you rather have?
Probably a book.
What if it turns out that it's Mein Kampf? Would you be, oh, that's kind of interesting? Or would you be like, oh, what are these people, Nazis?
I'm not sure. If it was in the original, if it was written in German, I'd attempt to read it just for the hell of it.
What if it was Mein Kampf by a different author, not Adolf Hitler?
What would it be
That'd
about?
interesting.
Well, it's the same premise as Mein Kampf, but told from a different story. It's like the two Books of Mormon. Anyway, that's not the point. Let's ask him the troll question. Host Ken, do you remember the troll question?
As best as I remember it, the troll question is you're in a middle-aged sort of civilization. As far as I'm aware, there is some magical propensities that exist in the world, but it's like sort of like 1200 sort of level technology. So basically, you're the mayor of a town or a village, sort of town, village, whatever. As far as I remember, half of your town is placed on one side of a river. It's a big, wide river, and the other half of the town is on the other side of the river.
There used to be a bridge, but a big
Used to
storm
be a
came
bridge.
and washed it away. And then a troll
Yeah.
came and lived in the river. Now, all the food's on one half of the river, and half the people are on the other half of the river. And you got to transport food to them. So every time you put food on the boat to take it across the river, though, the troll says, I'm going to steal 10% of it. And he runs up real quick before you can even see what he's doing, and he steals exactly 10% of your food. If you have one piece of bread, he steals 10% of that. If you have a whole dead cow, he steals 10% of that. Doesn't matter how much, how little, it's exactly 10%. He says, it's a tax. I'm your troll now for this regional district, and I'm your troll representative for this regional district, and this is the tax you have to pay. The problem is this, it's winter, and you don't have enough food to feed everybody for the whole winter. If you give 10% of it to the troll, you'll probably lose about 100 people to die of starvation. What do you do, Mayor?
Try to negotiate with the troll to see if there is.
Hey, Mayor, how you doing? It's me, it's the troll. What you doing? How's it going? What kind of offer you got for me there?
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing? This river don't freeze. That's why I'm here as a troll. I keep it safe for you. That's why I take the tax.
Teach Troll how to fish, and Troll can help fish. And
I don't want to fish. I don't want to fish. My job is I'm the district regional representative troll. I'm here to keep you safe and collect my taxes.
Uh-huh. Maybe he can hunt for us.
I hunt when
Wolves.
this is how I hunt. You see, you bring the food over, and I hunt 10% of it as a tax.
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard an offer. I've heard you try to give me chores so far.
You defend the villages.
Oh
The
yes,
2 halves of the village.
sure. It's a dangerous river.
You help us transport a little bit of food. We give you 10%. You help us defend. We'll give you a little extra 5%.
You're gonna give me more now? You're already gonna lose 100 people to starvation just me taking 10%. Now you're gonna give me 15% to do something else? What else do you want me to do? I'm already saving your lives every time you step on those boats.
Hunt bears. Hunt wolves that surround the
Now
village with
look, I can't leave the river because I have to make sure I'm here to collect the tax, you see?
You get the tax at the end of the hunt. How's that?
Well, but that would require me leaving the river. I can't do that. And besides, why do I want to work harder to get a little bit of extra tax when I got plenty of tax going across this river every day?
You could always find another location to go across the river.
Oh,
not asked.
is that what you're gonna do? I'm pretty fast. I'm pretty good. I can travel a lot of distance on this river. You'll be hard pressed to. I'll just follow you up the river as you go up with your food there, and I'll get it as you cross.
Uh-huh. Hey, you know what carriage will have the food on it. For all you could know, we could have one going the other way. Can't be in 2 places at once.
Sir, are you saying you're gonna try to trick me and evade your taxes?
Maybe. I
Well.
cannot confirm nor deny.
Oh, okay,
What
well
my
you can
filters may do.
you can try to do that if you want, sir. But let me tell you, I have to look in the tax code here. It's a large book, troll tax code, but I'm pretty sure there's some strict punishments for tax evasion. So just to let you know, I don't know what they might be. They might be kill everybody. Probably that. That's usually the punishment for most tax evasion penalties in the troll tax code. But don't worry about that. You just go ahead with your business then. So what are you gonna do, Mayor? I'm taking a nap now. He's gone taking a nap. There's a rock that he lies on, this in the middle of the river. Ah, it's a good rock. Now you somehow have been. You're on a boat, right? And you've got your men poling to keep you in place so you can talk to the troll so you don't go down river. So they're like, can we go back to the village now? And you go back to the village. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna try your plan?
Could try it.
So you're not worried.
The ocean has soon gone south. The trolls have been unreasonable.
Okay, so do you want it split into 2 groups and try it?
Sure.
Okay, he guesses right. You lost 10% of that food. You want to try again?
Not really, or else I'd lose 10% more.
Well, I mean, there's other things you could do to you just tried once. Yeah, he got lucky. You don't know for a fact that he's going to guess right every time. Or there's alternative things you could do to alter the situation if you'd like. You're a thinker. You don't like to jump into conclusions here, huh?
Not really.
So walk me through your
Okay.
thought process, so I can try to actually get a sense of your personality type of it. Talk me through your thought process.
My thought process right now is trying to figure out which side of the town, or village in this case, has the fields. Where the food's coming from. Is it coming from one side or the other?
Yeah, it's coming
Is
from
it
the.
seasonal, where one side of the village has all of its crops and whatnot, and then the other side does all the hunting?
The other side's the merchants. They make shit. They're like craftsmen and stuff. You can ask me all these questions.
Are are the merchants profitable in actually trading with travelers, bringing in food and
Well,
other goods?
it comes spring they will be again, but in the winter the non-river routes are fairly shut down.
Hmm. All right. So if I offered the troll, maybe during the winter months, maybe take a smaller chunk of the tax and make up for it in the summer months when all trade routes are more open,
Mayor,
I'd be more willing.
Mayor, it's me, Marty. It's me, Marty, your number one trusted advisor. Some of the boys and I have been talking, and we think we should just kill the troll. What do you say? You want to just kill him?
Not quite yet. He might be of some value.
Yeah, but right now, uh, you're you're talking about making deals to give away our food this summer, and you know, Max and Michael and Mildrew, those guys over there, they all said they don't want to give away any of the crops or anything. That we should just kill them. And Mildrew's got a badass sword. Have you seen it? It's got like spikes on it and everything. So what do you say, Mayor?
Badass.
Yeah, what do you say? Let's kill him. Yeah, it's gonna be Brad. Come on, let's go. I got a horse too. We just ride straight into the river. Yeah.
Horse to the river. That might end well. It might not.
So what are you gonna do, Mayor? You are an undecisive. You're an indecisive mayor.
Like to weigh my options before I act. Right now, killing the troll might solve the issue, but there's no guarantee that later on another troll might come by. If we have one troll that we have to deal with, it's a little easier to work with, or as we get another troll,
You know,
who knows, maybe it might take 20%.
Mildred was saying if that happens, we should kill the other troll too. That's what he's saying. I just passing the news along, Mayor. I'm not trying to sway you any direction. You see.
Well, let's negotiate the new deal with the troll first, and then if that doesn't fall through, then we can take option B.
Okay, that's enough troll question. You are a born bureaucrat, my friend. You are ready to hold public office and hum and haw forever. All right. In a relationship, friendship, close friendship, are you or the other person more likely to get your feelings hurt? Random person. Or 50-50.
I don't think my feelings would necessarily be hurt by much of anything. If it was a close friend, maybe. All depends on the friend too, and what they did.
What if he stabs you in the cock?
I would be very insulted by the fact that he
Stay
would
away
do
from
such a
Mildrew.
thing.
Stay away from Mildrew, okay? I gotta warn you, he's got a history of that. Okay, are you likely to forget small objects when you leave the house?
Yes.
Are
I'll
you
admit
more
to that.
are you more likely to hum and haw and have trouble starting something because you wanted it to be perfect, or are you more likely to get partway into something and go, I wish I had been more time planning it?
Uh, it's about 50-50. It all depends on the project.
Okay, I've got my thoughts on him. I've got a last cheating question that I'll ask after anybody else wants to chime in with their guess or any questions they have they want to hear answered or questions they want to have me ask or anything like that.
I don't have like a personality related question, but I would ask briefly, Stealth, can you explain to the other people here what your job is?
I currently have 2 jobs that I currently work actively. One of which is a acting supply sergeant with the United States Army Reserves. And the second one, I work in a fulfillment center for a local company that ships internationally.
Okay. Both of those things are consistent with my guess going in before you told me that. But they're not conclusive or anything, but they're not inconsistent with it. So anybody else want to guess? Or you want to hear mine? I'm going ISTP.
ISTP. Aaron was thinking ENFJ, because he was saying there was some real strong FE going on there. So you're saying fourth slot FE?
Yeah. The other alternative might be INTP, but I think he's an S. And the reason fourth slot FE is because it's mistake free, not actively FE attentive. Right? It's mistake avoidant FE rather than goal achieving FE, as I interpret it. And ISTPs and INTPs are both very socially smooth, even though they have fourth slot FE. That's because they have TI in the first slot, so they engage in consistent social mistake avoidance.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's my theory. Anybody want to dispute that other than the ENFJ notion? I don't see an E. Do you consider yourself an extrovert or an introvert? Weird Stealth.
I consider myself as either one. It just depends on the mood.
All right, well, let me ask you this about the extrovert introvert question then, which is let's say you spend a day engaging with a lot of different people and engaging in ways you enjoyed. You were having good conversations, you were getting stuff done, whatever it is you like about engaging with people, you were having that. Now, at the end of that day, are you satisfied but totally ready to go home and rest now? You need to recharge, or are you more amped up and kind of like super hyper?
I'd have to say it would have to be the first one, but it also depends on my mood and
Okay.
where I'm at. If I'm away from home, then I'll probably be more willing to go back, like my thoughts and rest. If I'm close to home, I'd probably be more hyped up and ready to go for the next day.
Okay, I say introvert. So, I'm sticking with ISTP. But I think let's end this video and possibly host Ken, if you can explain to him a little bit about how to maybe read a couple of those things and get his own thoughts, whether he agrees with it or not or whatever, that would be great. Or if not, then we just live in a world of eternal mystery. Thanks for watching Talk with Famous People, and please don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.